Every video I've ever watched about wardrobe essentials lists a bunch of items you need to make getting dressed easier. A basic white tee, a black blazer, a button-down shirt. And while you need the clothing to make the outfits, there's one thing you can do for your wardrobe that will A, make you look better, and B, make your clothes and accessories last longer. And that's making sure you've got a wardrobe wizardry kit. If you're not already, I implore you to indulge in some wardrobe wizardry with these items you either never knew you needed, have on your radar but are yet to take the plunge, or perhaps already own and are feeling quite pleased with yourself, as you should. So what exactly is in this kit? If you're anything like me, irons are a solid source of stress. There's the whole ironing board situation before you even got to the thing. There's this rather specific maneuver, and then there are flashbacks of the painful, or should I say shameful time, I accidentally burned a hole in my navy warehouse top I just sold to someone on eBay. That was quite awkward. A moment please for the navy warehouse top. Needless to say, that sale didn't go ahead, but I'm willing to bet that wouldn't have happened if I'd used a steamer. It's a handy little gadget that transforms water into, you guessed it, steam, which tends to be gentler on clothes than the direct heat of an iron. So how does it work? Every steamer has a water tank that needs to be filled, and when in use, said water makes its way to a boiler that heats it up. Then, once compressed to a high and steady steam pressure, steam comes out of its mouthpiece, which is usually a metal plate with small vents. At this point, instead of directly pressing down the fibres in the fabric of your clothing, like with an iron, the hot steam relaxes the fibres, making them swell and regain their natural shape. And thus, the garment is wrinkle-free. But the fun doesn't stop there. There's also the benefit of your steamed item being freshened up, since the steam also removes shallow dirt and bacteria, which in turn removes unpleasant odours. A complete game changer for dry clean only items like blazers and coats. It's like airing out your clothes, so longer periods between washing or dry cleaning, meaning you'll save a bit of money on those and your clothes will last much longer.
Wait, there's more.
You can also use it around your home, on curtains, blankets, pillows. If where you live is anywhere like here in the UK weather-wise, then knitwear is a regular go-to and pretty much a year-round staple, so you'd get a ton of use out of a fabric shaver. Also fondly referred to in the UK as a debobbler. It's amazing how these tiny little bobbles can have such a big impact on your outfit, and it's not just knitwear either. Either. The parts of your coat where there's regular friction, your knitted scarves, hats and gloves. Bobbles don't discriminate. It does beg the question, what causes them in the first place? A bubble, aka a pill, fuzzball or lint ball, is formed from short or broken fibres on the surface of your clothing. As these loose fibres rub together through normal wear or during the washing and drying process, they become tangled together in a tiny knot or bobble, making your item look worn out and in need of some TLC. Enter the debobbler. A debobbler is a handheld device, either electric or battery powered, that uses an inbuilt motor to rotate multiple blades underneath a protective mouthpiece, which when held against your garment removes excess bubbles and lint, in most cases making it look as good as new. It's worth noting that not all fabric shavers are created equal. Yes, they all essentially do the same thing, but if you're considering one and don't mind taking the time to find the best one for you, look out for its power source. Do you mind buying replacement batteries, or would you rather charge it? Blade surface area. A larger surface area works more quickly and efficiently than smaller ones, making it easier to use on larger items of clothing. Adjustable blade height. Is a height adjustment cap included? This is helpful to better suit the type of item you're debobbling, whether it's a sturdy or more delicate fabric. The fuzz container. Consider that a larger container collecting fuzz from the shaved garment wouldn't need to be emptied as often. There are things you can do to try and minimise the formation of bubbles in the first place, like hand washing, a low spin cycle, and opting for natural fibres that are less likely to pill. But they do occur naturally, which is why it's such a handy wardrobe staple to have. For those worn-looking items you plan to part ways with, this is a quick and easy way to spruce them up so you can enjoy them for years and years to come. If you wear a lot of black, a la Steve Jobs or Elizabeth Phillips, or just favour dark colours in general, then this will be your go-to all the time. There are some black coats I love to wear, but I only have to look at them for new bits of fluff to appear. This is where the must-have lint brush comes into play. Not the sticky tape lint roller that quite frankly needs to meet the same fate as my navy warehouse top, but the reusable lint brushes that are a less wasteful and more economical alternative to get rid of the traces left by everyday life on our clothes. Hair, dust, fur, fluff, and not just on our clothes, but on our furniture too. While we're on the topic, the cheeky thing about those sticky lint rollers is that although the glue they use is good at catching lint and hairs, it turns out after each use they leave glue residue on your garment, so rather ironically, you're left with newly defluffed clothing that becomes a magnet for more hair, dirt and dust, defeating the whole purpose and creating even more of a perpetual fluff-defluff cycle. They also pull out more loose fibres when used, essentially starting the pilling process I mentioned earlier. Not to mention finding the edge of the used sticky strip can be a hassle, especially when you need to do it multiple times to get through one garment, creating quite a bit of excess waste in the process. So how do these alternative lint brushes work? The brush itself is made up of tiny woven bristles all pointing in the same tilted direction. When in use, you'll need to brush your chosen surface against the direction of the bristles, which will create friction and allow the brush to lift and catch the stuff you want to remove. Then, the magic with these, which is rather fitting for a wardrobe wizardry kit, is they have a self-cleaning base. So depending on the style of lint brush you're using, you can either slide the brush in and out of its case, or twist the handle in order to clean the brush, and then empty out the case once you've got some build-up. For an affordable one-off purchase, I'd say that's not too shabby. Whether singing, kissing, or just walking outdoors on a random Wednesday, nobody wants their favourite clothing or accessories to get ruined in the rain, which makes Protector Spray an essential for safeguarding your shiny new purchase from the next downpour. It protects your shoes and other absorbent fabric items by creating a protective shield that's easy to clean, repelling liquids, dirt and spills, and preventing stains from water, alcohol and oils. On that note of it repelling liquids, you can actually see the water droplets on the surface not soaking in and just beading off, which is pretty cool. Now, I wouldn't knowingly choose to go out in the rain wearing new suede shoes, but if you find yourself caught out in an unexpected shower, treating them with a protector spray beforehand will really help to minimise the destruction. They're usually safe and suitable for use on all types of absorbent fabric, as well as leather, the aforementioned suede, and nubuck. Plus, there are eco-friendly and non-toxic options to choose from, which is a plus. It's worth noting that treating your item once won't provide unlimited coverage, so you'll need to reapply periodically in order to keep the invisible barrier topped up. This will keep your item looking newer for longer, making it more resistant to wear and tear, and ultimately extend the length of its life. Now, technically this isn't a physical item you would keep in your wardrobe wizardry kit, but we're here now, so let's roll with it. Janky shoes will let down even the most stylish outfit every time, so make friends with your local shoe cobbler. Save their number in your phone, take their business card, and now you have a physical item to put in your wardrobe wizardry kit. They get up to shoe shenanigans and repairs that literally stop your shoes from being ruined. Use them to protect your toe cap before it wears away, your heel before it reaches the point of no return, and your soles while they still have a chance. I've even used them to stretch out shoes that were a bit too snug. We all know limping around in uncomfortable shoes means you're not going to wear those shoes. Bottom line, just like any healthy relationship, you've got to put the work in. Same goes with your clothes and accessories. Show them some love and they'll love you back, hopefully for the long haul. And if you do decide to stick with your iron, proceed with caution.